Hi everyone, it's Friday the 17th of July and I'm recording this from our Brisbane campus. So let me pay my respects to the Turrbal, the Jagera and Yugara peoples and my respect of course to their elders past, present and emerging. I've been travelling in Brisbane yesterday and again today. Today I'm catching up with staff of course, but I've still got other meetings and as of yesterday as well, catching up with politicians of course, particularly with the upcoming state election, meeting with the opposition as well as our current sitting members to be talking about what sort of commitments we might be able to get out of them pre-election, meeting up with donors, with partners, alumni. So it has been important. And the reason why I'm justifying to you all and explaining to you the purpose of my travel is really the main point of today's video, and that is we have to continue to minimise travel wherever we can. I would normally have had other people join me and I minimise the number of people travelling even with me for this trip, and I have avoided travel where I can. Obviously as the Vice-Chancellor I have to still get out and catch up with staff and, as I say, the pollies and donors and alumni, industry members and that sort of stuff, and generate business wherever I can and continue with our normal business. But the directive for all staff is still a pause on all non-essential travel. If you do have to travel, you have to, it has to be approved by the Vice President of your portfolio. So you would escalate that up through your line manager and expect questions to be asked, because we're serious about a pause on all non-essential travel. Be aware also, some people are booking travel or attempting to book travel and not understanding that actually this cancellation fees still apply. So if you have to cancel because of something that is out of your control, a state authority changes the travel restrictions because of COVID, that's one thing. But otherwise, cancellation still attracts cancellation fees. And check this out. So therefore, if you want to cancel, you still have to get permission for that as well through your line manager up to the VP. That's how serious we are about a pause on all non-essential travel. A travel crew, by the way, have also working in restricted hours. We're expecting a lot less business for them. So they're only operating between 10 and 3 daily as well. So be aware that if there is essential travel, if you've got it approved, then it might take a little bit of time to book all of that. Okay, I'm sorry I'm harping on about this, but it is important. It's important for our finances, it's important for the world, and it's been important for people's health. So that directive will stay in place for at least a year. And maybe longer. And boy, have I seen how good you all are at doing that. Today, this week, a couple of days ago, I was delighted and welcomed everyone to a webinar that would normally have been a conference. 280 people from around Australia, the best people in Australia and others zooming in from around the world. You have done this again and again, where you've had virtual conferences, where you've had virtual meetings, and you've shown how you don't necessarily need to get on a plane or get in a car to travel. So please keep that innovation up. It is the most appropriate thing to do, certainly for the next 12 months or more. Speaking of innovation, this week I was also producing some special videos for CECA University's first ever virtual graduation. It's going to be broadcast on the 18th of September, but we're putting it all together now. It's a whole lot of work. Well done to the events team, the graduation team that are pulling this together, and you'll hear about it. And if you're invited to participate in one way or another, please do so. Let's make this. We've looked at all the different virtual ceremonies from different universities and picked the very best ideas out of them all. I think that we can create an event, a virtual event for our students, and already there's 50 students or more that have registered, and I suspect we'll end up getting hundreds by the time we push the go button and broadcast it on the 18th of September. We want to make it special for our students. We'll do that. We'll put all the effort in and the pre-records and the special guests and the videos and recognise everyone individually. You should see how we're going to do that. But if you are invited to attend or participate in one way or another, please get behind that it is important for our students, even if it's a virtual graduation. I think we can make it extra special. Speaking of innovation, and this is my last point, the HR and digital services teams are very excited in a way that only they can get excited, because we're going to be transferring our HR systems, ESSO, into new systems. In the first instance, they'll deal with leave requests and recording timesheets and updating your personal information and all that sort of stuff. But later on, in stage 2, this new system will deal with staff recruitment. Let me see if I'm saying everything else. Eventually a new safety system, our PEPs, our professional development platforms, all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be a great new HR system. And they are so excited that they would like you to name it. So when you get an email from Barb Miller, our Director of People and Culture, Director of PAC, when you get an email inviting you to name their new system, don't just ignore it, okay? They're really excited about this, and let's come up with a better name. I've been thinking about this on my run this morning around Brisbane, and the current system is called ESSO. So we could call it, for example, Mobile, because Mobile, ExxonMobil took over ESSO. Okay, well, if you've got a better idea, does anyone remember HR Pufnstuf? It was a kids show when I was a kid, so we're talking 50 years ago. And I'm attracted by that because it's HR, as in Human Resources, HR Pufnstuf. And the theme song for that was really cute because it went, who's your friend when things get rough? HR Pufnstuf. Can't do a little because they can't do enough. And I reckon that describes PAC as well. So maybe we could call the system Pufnstuf. So you're seeing how we're scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to ideas for our new HR system. Please get involved, chat with your colleagues over a coffee or the water cooler. And if you've got some better ideas on what to call our new HR system, please respond to Barb's email, because if you don't, we'll end up calling it Barbara or something like that, which by the way I'd be okay with. Enough. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll talk to you again Monday. Bye-bye.